This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, we'll take you to a ribbon cutting of a new coordinated health location and talk about how medical care has changed over the years. Hello everyone, this is FYI and I'm Ken Karen. I can see Friday coming right at us, but first, Thursday's FYI. Here's headlines from FYI News 13 and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. A recent incident at the Hazleton Area High School triggered a press conference by Hazleton Area School District officials. However, some parents and taxpayers have questioned the protocol concerning communication between the school district and the community when it comes to safety in the school. FYI went to School District Superintendent Dr. Francis X. Antonelli for the facts. He explained that a crisis management plan was formed several years ago. It was developed by state, local, and school officials. Teachers and administrators are well trained in crisis management. Whether a bomb threat, an intruder in the school, or a chemical spill, when an alleged incident happens, a threat assessment is made and protocols are put in place, according to Antonelli. As for rumors about the Freeland Elementary Middle School yesterday, Dr. Antonelli says there was no credibility regarding an alleged bomb scare at the end of the day. He says that the Freeland School was placed on restrictive movement, which means normal teaching in the classroom, but no activity allowed in the hallways or in and out of the building. In response to how quickly the district can release a statement, Dr. Antonelli is asking the community for patience and understanding. He says that in the event of an active investigation, the district's policy is to not comment until the investigation is completed. The district is equipped with its own police force of nearly 60 trained professionals, including 16 fully trained and armed police officers, and the district is looking to hire a chief to oversee its force. It also utilizes security cameras and metal detectors. Dr. Antonelli says that the district is a safe and secure environment for students and staff. 2 people were killed when the cars they were driving were involved in a crash last night in Sugarloaf Township. Sugarloaf Township Police Chief Josh Winters told FYI that the victims have been identified as 34-year-old Robert Poltrock of Cunningham and 83-year-old Anna Roman of Drums. It happened around 8:45 last night along Mountain Road in Sugarloaf Township. The chief says that the crash was almost head-on in the eastbound lane. Police have been at the crash scene today investigating the cause of this fatal crash. There could be some good news for students who attend Pennsylvania's 14 state-owned universities. The Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education's Board of Governors voted today to endorse a tuition freeze that is being sought by Governor Tom Wolf. The freeze was approved by a vote of 9-8. It is, however, contingent upon passage of the governor's proposed 2015-16 budget, which would provide a $45.3 million increase to the system. Governor Wolf released a statement which read, in quote, "Students have borne the brunt of massive cuts over the last 4 years, and today's action is an important step in giving them a break from constantly rising college costs. I am hopeful that the legislature will step up and deliver on this investment in higher education so we can ensure we are training graduates with the skills they need to compete in a modern economy and helping middle-class families," unquote. Congressman Lou Barletta was the featured speaker for the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce Red Carpet Breakfast on Wednesday. The local congressman focused on dysfunction in Washington. As an example, he cited how bills are attached to one another, something which has caused problems for legislation he proposed to benefit emergency responders. Barletta talked about the status of his Protecting Volunteer Firefighters and Emergency Responders Act during a recent visit to our SSPTV studios.
This bill would protect volunteer firefighters from the Affordable Care Act or Obamacare, which if volunteer fire companies had to provide health insurance or pay a fine, it would close firehouses down all across the country. 97% of the fire companies in Pennsylvania are volunteer or partially volunteer. My bill passed the House 3 times. Unanimously each time, and that may be a record. I don't know if there has ever been a bill that has passed unanimously without getting one vote in the Senate. Every time it got sent to the Senate, the first time Harry Reid stripped the language and turned it into something else. The second time Mitch McConnell took the language and changed it into something else. So my bill has been victim of bipartisan hijacking. And now for the 3rd time it will be going over to the Senate. I'm sending a letter to Senator McConnell asking that they please give my bill an opportunity to be voted on so that it can go to the president and be signed into law. We should not be playing politics with public safety.
Barletta's bill has received 1,226 yes votes in the House and not one no vote, but has yet to become law. It was a happy homecoming for two doctors at a ribbon cutting for Coordinated Health's newest location in Pittston. Coordinated Health Pittston offers the Wyoming Valley on-demand healthcare featuring orthopedics, spine care, and chiropractic, a breast center, imaging, and rehabilitation. We talked with two of the doctors who will be working at the location, and both are Pittston natives. Dr. Kara Guilfoyle, who specializes in breast surgery, and Dr. Thomas Mead, who's the department chair of orthopedic knee surgery. You also hear from Coordinated Health CEO, Dr. Emil Diorio.
Did you want to be a doctor when you were growing up here, or did that not come till later?
It came a little bit later. I always liked sciences, and so when I got to the University of Scranton, where I did my undergraduate degree, the more I got into learning more about science, I ended up deciding I wanted to go into medicine.
Did you ever think you'd come back home to be able to have the opportunity to come to Pittston and work?
I didn't. I'm so excited to be able to do that, be able to bring what I've learned over the past decade or so back to the community that has given me so much.
Well, 5 years ago I made a career change because of Emil Diorio and Coordinated Health, and they shared my vision, and one of the visions I had was to come back and bring our expertise back to the Wyoming Valley, right where I practice. From the day I got accepted to medical school, I said before I'm done practicing and hopefully at the peak of my career, I want to come back to the Wyoming Valley, and Emil Diorio and Coordinated Health is going to bring their team of talent up here to help bring Coordinated Health and our care to the Wyoming Valley.
It's kind of a dream come true to be able to come back to your hometown. You're from Pittston.
I'm from Pittston. I grew up a mile from here, and you know, my parents, God bless them if they were still here, they knew this was a dream of mine, and I thank them for everything they've done in my life to get me here.
How long have you been in medicine?
About 30 years.
30 years. Have you seen it change to this more on-demand type? I mean, how much has it changed since you've been involved with it?
There is, again, no question, as I said, that healthcare has changed. There are so many conditions that used to be what I call mysterious that are now are extremely well recognized, especially with the advent of diagnostic imaging. These are conditions that, as I said before, can be easily diagnosed, and treatment has been well structured for them. So as a result, our patients are demanding a different level. And as I said before, a level of convenience, a level of speed, while still expecting a level of quality that's spelled as functionality, reliability. They want to get it done the right way. They want to get it done closer to me and right away, just like the rest of the service industry. And it's the way it should be.
Here's an FYI, Dr. Guilfoyle was named Little Miss Cherry Blossom when she was growing up in Pittston. She says she danced growing up and competed at the Cherry Blossom Festival. Now she's working as a doctor in Pittston. Coordinated Health in Pittston is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. and you can reach them at 1-877-247-8080. Just a reminder that tomorrow is Second Friday in downtown Hazleton. This month's theme is Spring Fling, and it will feature great home and garden ideas. As part of the Second Friday events, the Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress will host a ribbon cutting to mark the completion of the downtown's first facade rehabilitation project located at 13 East Broad Street.
For the past year, we've been working with a property owner. It's the Iglesia Cristiana Monte de Sion Church, which is the Mountain Zion Christian Church. They own the building right next door to the Dragonfly, 13 East Broad, and for the past year, we've been working with them to improve their facade. They found their siding, over a year ago, their siding started to blow off the building, and they realized they had windows behind the siding that had been covered up for literally decades. So we've been working with them through funding, grant funding through the Can Do Community Foundation, along with the church, who put in some money, and we're managing their facade rehabilitation project. And so this Friday is the ribbon cutting. We're going to do a little celebration with all the contractors that were involved, the property owner, the Can-Do Community Foundation, DHAP. So everybody that's been involved in the project in some way, we want to recognize that, and we'll have a little slideshow going on starting at 5 inside the building.
The ribbon cutting will take place outside the building, weather permitting, immediately following the presentation. Meanwhile, also as part of Second Friday activities, you are invited to take a tour of the newly established Brandon's Forever home. Come tour this 1907 mansion, learn about the history and the architecture and its new use as Brandon's Forever home. The open house will take place starting at 5 p.m. tomorrow at 187 North Church Street in Hazleton. For a complete listing of Second Friday events, you can go to downtownhazleton.org. Well, coming up next, the weather and our Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress segment. Later, we'll catch up with the 2-0 Hazleton Red Devils football team.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Every Thursday, we feature the Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress and the many wonderful businesses throughout the downtown that are helping the Alliance to do the revitalization throughout the city. And with me today is one of those representatives for one of those wonderful businesses. We are pleased to welcome Jessica Macker, who is the Director of Barletta Pediatrics at 1 West Broad Street in downtown Hazleton. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I was unaware that Barletta Pediatrics was operating there for such a long time. You tell us when your office opened and what it does to serve the community.
Sure. Our office opened back in July of 2012 here in Hazleton, but we have been providing services for the past few years before that. The types of service we provide at Barletta Pediatrics is specialized nursing care and assistive care to children with special needs. We provide services in both the home setting as well as in school settings. We do some community work as well if there's summer camps that they attend.
That's really nice. I was not aware that that's what you had done there. How much of a need? I would assume there's a great need for that throughout the community.
Yes, we do at this point have nearly 60 clients that we work with throughout the greater Hazleton area, across the state of Pennsylvania as well as across the country. Barletta Home Health Care serves many, many clients.
And you told me you're very active in the Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress, and where you're located is in the hub of all the activity. So what was going through your mind and everybody at Barletta when they heard about this revitalization and all the great things that are happening in downtown Hazleton?
We are very excited to hear of the revitalization plan that was taking place. Being that we are in the center of downtown almost, it's certainly nice to see the new changes that are happening as far as the Broad Street project, the corridor project that just finished. It's just wonderful to see the drive that everyone has in the community to bring more business downtown.
Well, we want people to know that your services are available should they ever need them. What would someone watching at home, maybe they know of a child who has special needs, what do they have to do? Do they need a referral? Do they call you? How does it work?
Anyone who is interested in services or may want to find out if they qualify for services can certainly just call our office. Our phone number is 570-459-0222. And we can help from there. We work very closely with most insurances as well as the child's physician too, to make sure that the care that we provide is what's needed.
And you said it's not income-based, but rather based on the needs of the child?
Yes, that's one thing that we like to stress is that it is not based on the family's income. However, it's based on the child's medical need.
Well, it's been a pleasure having you in here. I hope we've educated people on the many services available. If you need their services, please call Barletta Pediatrics at 1 West Broad Street in downtown Hazleton, 570-459-0222, and they also have a website, barletta.com, so you can search your location and find out much more information.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Lived in Hazleton all of my life. I used to think this was Columbus Park, found out it was Memorial Park. I have no idea what's on top of the statue there. I'll find that out next. I do know your weather. Here's your weather forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, showers likely with a possible thunderstorm, 70% chance. Our low will be 40 degrees. Let's take a look at our weekend forecast. Friday, showers are possible, 80% chance. Also possibility of a thunderstorm. Our high on Friday will be 65 degrees. Friday night, 30% chance of showers. Our low will be 40 degrees. Saturday looks nice. Sunny skies and a high of 53. Saturday night will be clear and cool with a low around 34. Sunday is awesome. Sunny with a high near 60. Sunday night mostly clear as we get back down into the 30s. Monday mostly sunny, high near 66. Awesomer than Sunday. And Monday night partly cloudy with a low around 44 degrees. Weather on FYI is brought to you by Boyer Insurance Agency. They have two locations. One is on Sugarloaf Avenue in Cunningham, the other on Broad Street in Nescapec. You can call them in Cunningham at 570-788-3543, and in Nescapec you can call 570-752-7683. Before we break, here's your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers on the green screen. Pick 2, 82, pick 3, 244, pick 4, 1023, and pick 5, 51461. Red Devils football. We have an update next.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
The Hazleton Red Devils are the new kids on the block in the Great Eastern Football Association, and step by step they're earning respect. Yes, that was two new kids on the block references in one sentence. I don't know if I should be proud of that. The Devils, they have a lot to be proud of, including a 2-0 record, an offense that's putting up 20-some points a game, and a defense that hasn't allowed a single point yet this season. The Hazleton Red Devils are one of two teams in the 9-team Valley Conference who have only played 2 games so far this season. All the rest of the teams in the conference have played 3. With that being said, the Devils' Andre Fisher leads the conference in tackles, and he's second in sacks. Who leads the conference in sacks? Funny you should ask. It's Fisher's teammate, Kurt Miller, who has 6. The Devils' Pedro Torres has 3 sacks, which ties him for 3rd in the conference. If you had to describe the defense, how would you describe it in a few sentences?
Flawless. Unstoppable. I'm sorry, man. I just got to say it. We eating out here.
What's the defensive scheme?
It's called a 3-2. It's 3 down linemen and 2 linebackers, and then we have 2 corners and 1 safety. And, I mean, there's other packages that we run, and some that I'm not going to give away right now.
Here's an interesting fact. Torres never played organized football.
Well, honestly, I love football. Football is my #1 sport. I did a lot of backyard football. This is actually my first year in the league. My first year playing with equipment, period. So
here's another interesting fact. Torres is a business owner. He runs Quality Carpet and Maintenance, and his company was the team's first sponsor. The team now has 3 sponsors, and it's Kyle Bauer's job to try and find more and to help the team connect with the community. Bauer is the team director. He's also on the roster, playing offense and defense. Bauer's always been a fan of the game, and when he was invited by a friend to check out the Red Devils, he took the opportunity.
From there, it's been a blast, meeting a bunch of the great guys here, them teaching me, spending time, showing me the ropes, You got to start. Fan? What's that?
Are you a football fan?
Oh, a big football fan. Yeah, so this is a big opportunity for me because, I never really got to play as much as I wanted to, but now that I'm able to really stick my nose in the game and get a better feel for it, I've really built a big passion for it.
What have you learned so far from the football end?
It's not solely just one player that is here to win the game. You've got to work as a team. And with what we have behind us right now, we have a pretty high caliber offense that I think can really help us bring points to the table and win games.
The Red Devils play this Saturday at their home field near the playground in Calairs. It's a rivalry matchup as they try to move to 3-0 against the Schuylkill County Predators, who come in at 2-1. Kickoff is set for 1 p.m., and one of the team's owners, Andre Bell, is inviting everyone in the community to come by and support the team. The field is right across from the old Calairs School and a few blocks from where I spent 4 years of my life. Number 8, farther down into the woods. Good times, but I got to keep going with sports. Good times tonight for International League baseball fans. It's opening day. Pawtucket, they'll visit the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs and Russ Kanzler, and Syracuse, they open up the season in Scranton, Wilkes-Barre up in Moosic, taking on the Yankees. That's sports for tonight. More FYI after this. Thursday is $1 burger night at Bottlenecks. Get a juicy 4th pound burger for only $1 all night long.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. First tonight, happy birthday to Helen Sacchetti of Junedale. Love from your family and friends. Our Talk of the Town report, the MPB Community Players will be presenting a spring children's musical theater production called Coconut Island featuring over 30 students. The show will be held at the Hazleton One Community Center Thursday, April 9th and Friday, April 10th. Both shows start at 7 p.m. For info, just call 570-454-0178. And finally, Holy Trinity Orthodox Church, 223 South Kennedy Drive in McAdoo, will have services on Holy Friday at 9:30 a.m., 3 p.m., and 6:30 p.m., Holy Saturday, 9:30 a.m. and 11:30 a.m., and Sunday, midnight services, and additional services at 9:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Ronald L. Wheeler of Whitehaven. Memorial is Friday at 10 a.m. in the Whitehaven United Methodist Church. Friends may call Friday from 9:15 to 10 a.m. Michael Brett Sanute Sr. of Weatherly. Services will be held Friday at 7 p.m. from the Philip J. Jeffries Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 4 to 7 p.m. Richard L. Dittbrenner Jr., formerly of Hazleton. Services are Friday at 6 p.m. from the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. Marjorie Ruth Fries of Frackville. All services will be held privately and at the convenience of the family. Kenneth R. Ulrich of Freeland. Memorial service will be announced by the Hazel Chapel of the Cropton Hughes Funeral Home. And Mary M. Carlick of Freeland. The McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home will announce complete arrangements. And also tonight, in loving memory of Jean E. Marquez, happy birthday in heaven, and love one another as I have loved you. Forever in our hearts, love from your husband, children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and family.
Hi, this is Melinda Stump from PPL, and I'm here with Lori O'Gurkis from the Brandon's Forever Home. We're a proud supporter of their program, and we're so happy to be here with them today to talk about the bags that we just sponsored for children that are being taken out of foster homes. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the program, Lori?
Hi, Melinda. Thank you so much for sponsoring these bags. It's a huge commitment. In Luzerne County, there are over 460 children in foster care at any time, and typically they are transported with garbage bags of their belongings that they care about so much. Because of your generosity, our children are now going to be able to have these beautiful bags from Brandon's Forever Home. They contain the PP&L logo so that they know that they are partnering with this tremendous foundation as far as helping children in need.
We are so grateful to be able to work with Lori and her group at Brandon's Forever Home. We are a proud corporate citizen, and we're happy to sponsor things that are in the area where our employees live and work. And we're very grateful that this organization has done this great work for our community.
Thank you so much. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you.
Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Anthony Picone of Freeland. Anthony, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
I know I promised Dave Day bonus video on our Facebook page. Don't worry, it is coming. I'll get it out there tomorrow for you. Until then, take it easy, everyone.